ظبطت तुम्ही.
Good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Am I clearly visible and audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We join immediately so that we'll start the lecture. Till now, 44 students have joined. If 20 students are not there. Okay. Let them join one by one. We'll start with the lecture. Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, yes, in the last lecture, I think we have seen the exercise, I think. Okay. We have seen the exercise on the articles. We have completed the exercise. This is the exercise. The 20 sentences that we have completed. Then, yes, so in the parts of speech, so I think we were discussing about the parts of speech. Huh? So we have seen the structure and components of a language. They are alphabets, letters, words, phrases, clauses, sentences, paragraphs, and texts or books. Okay. Alphabets, there are we have seen that 26 alphabets are there. Out of them, 5 are called as the vowels. Okay, 5 are called as the vowels, and also there are many vowel sounds like o, a, e, u, a, I, o, aha. These are called as the vowel sounds, and the consonants are the remaining except 5 vowels. The 5 vowels, we have to omit them, and remaining are called as the consonants, Vyanjan. Okay. So also we have seen, yes, alphabets, letters. Alphabets means letters. Vowels are the words that can be produced by allowing the breath to flow out of mouth without closing the mouth. आपण जेव्हा वॉवेल साऊंडचा उच्चार करतो तेव्हा आपलं जे लिप्स असतात, लिप मुवमेंट असते, आयदर आपण ते पूर्णपणे कधीच क्लोज करत नाही. वॉवेलचा उच्चार करताना आपण आपलं जे तोंड असतं ते काय असतं, ओपन असतं, ते बंद नसतं. आणि कॉन्सोनंट साऊंडचा आपण जेव्हा pronunciation करतो, when we pronunciate the consonant sounds, then we shut our mouth, okay, or we generally partially or completely block the air while pronunciation of the consonant sound. कॉन्सोनंट साऊंडचा आपण जेव्हा उच्चार करतो त्यावेळी काय करतो आपण, तर एकतर आपण आपलं जे लिप्स आहेत किंवा आपला जो जॉ आहे, माउथ आहे, ते आपण पार्शली म्हणजे काय म्हणतात त्याला, पार्शली म्हणजे आपण थोडस मिटतो किंवा पूर्णपणे तरी आपण ते मिटतो. म्हणजे कॉन्सोनंटचा उच्चार करताना आपण आपले जे लिप्स आहेत ते बंद करतो. On the other hand, when we are we are making pronunciation of the vowel sounds, we try to open the mouth, okay, and we breathe, okay, we breathe or we allow the breath to flow out of mouth. This is the difference that we have seen for the pronunciation of vowel sounds and consonant sound. Also we have seen the words. Words are the meaningful combination of letters. When we add letters or when we write alphabets in the meaningful manner, then the words are formed. Okay, words आपण कसा फॉर्म करतो, तर meaningful manner. जेव्हा आपण meaningful manner मध्ये अल्फाबेट्स किंवा अल्फाबेट्स जेव्हा लिहितो तेव्हा आपण वर्ड्स फॉर्म करतो. Then we were discussing about the parts of speech, and I think noun and pronoun we have discussed. Okay, so the parts of speech is nothing but the parts of language. Okay, any language or any speech is made up of its constituent parts. कुठलीही लँग्वेज कशापासून बनते, तर तिच्या पार्ट्स पासून बनते. and whatever the parts, with that parts any language is made up of. कुठलेही parts असतात. For example, 8 parts of speech are there. In English language there are 8 parts of speech, and parts of speech may vary from language to language. कुठल्याही समजा आपण we are talking now about the English language, but I think for Marathi the parts of speech may vary. Marathi साठी parts of speech वेगळे सुद्धा असू शकतात. Okay, so from English, parts of speech from English are not as much same as parts of speech from Marathi. Okay, मराठीमध्ये काही फरक आहे, इंग्लिश मधल्या पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच मध्ये काही फरक आहे. सो देर इज क्वाइट डिफरन्स बिटवीन दीज टू. ओके, बट इंग्लिश लँग्वेज हैज 8 parts of speech and they are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. Okay. Out of this, we have discussed about the nouns and pronouns. Okay. So nouns are nothing but they are the names of everything that is visible and sometimes invisible. That also we have seen. कुठलीही दृश्य किंवा अदृश्य वस्तू, फिलिंग, भावना, आयडिया जेव्हा आपण तिचा उल्लेख करतो तर त्यासाठी आपण व्हॉट एव्हर visible or non-visible things, objects, feelings, ideas are there, we call it with nouns. आपण त्यांना नामानं, नाउन काय करतो तर उच्चार करतो त्यांचा. Okay, and also we have seen that nouns function as subject and object. नाउन हे काय करतं, फंक्शन कार्य कशाचं करतं तर सब्जेक्ट आणि ऑब्जेक्टचं करतं. Okay, for example, Seema paints pictures. Here Seema is noun and pictures is also noun, but both have different functions. Seema functions as subject of the sentence while pictures function as object of this sentence. Also we have seen there are different types of nouns: common nouns, proper nouns, concrete noun, abstract noun, countable noun, uncountable noun. And the tip, or we can say that how to identify the nouns. We can identify the nouns with its suffixes like tion, sion, er, or, ship, ment, hood, hood, ism. Okay, so these are some of the tricks to find out or to identify the nouns. Okay, then we have discussed about the pronouns. So what are the pronouns? Pronouns are the words that replaces, okay, that replace nouns to avoid their repetition. So for avoiding the repetition of noun, generally we use pronouns. In the sentences, personal pronouns function as subjects or objects. तर सेंटेन्स मध्ये पर्सनल प्रोनाउन असतील. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are called as the personal pronouns. Okay, and they function as subjects or objects. काय म्हणून फंक्शन करतात ते तर सब्जेक्ट किंवा ऑब्जेक्ट. For example, she told him. So both of these are pronouns, but their function is different. She is functioning as the subject of the sentence and him is called as the object of the sentence. So this is also we have discussed. Then we have seen the different types of pronouns. For example, personal pronoun. First type of pronoun is personal pronoun. Okay, so we have seen different cases of this pronoun, that is subjective case, objective case, possessive case, reflexive case, and also we have seen the possessive adjective that we use as personal pronoun. Okay, personal pronoun मध्ये आपण possessive adjectives चा सुद्धा आपण काय करतो तर यूज करतो. So subjective case, objective case, possessive case, and reflexive case. These are the 4 cases, and also we use pronouns as the possessive adjectives. Okay, so I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. These are called as the subjective cases of personal pronoun. Okay, also we can call it as subjects, or we can yes we can call it as subjective cases or subjects. When we make or when we try to do the passive sentences, active and passive. There are two types of sentences. Active voice, there are two types of voices, active voice and passive voice. Active voice in Marathi, call it, we can call it as karmani prayog, okay? And when we speak about the passive voice, no, एक minute. Active voice means what? Kartari prayog means what? In these types of sentences, subject is the main part of the sentence, okay? And in the passive voice, object becomes the main part of the sentences, okay? That's why these are called as the active and passive voices. Active voice, karmani prayog in Marathi, and passive voice is called as the kartari prayog. कर्तरी, passive voice म्हणजे कर्ता महत्वाचा. इन कर्म महत्वाचं. ओके, ऍक्टिव्ह व्हॉइस कर्तरी प्रयोग and passive voice कर्मणी प्रयोग. I'm also somewhat confused in both of these because from it took long time when I was आता खूप हे झालं दिवस त्याला झालेत की मराठीमध्ये ते शिकलेलं. So active voice and passive voice, these are the two types of sentences. Possessive adjective means what? It is the possessive adjective म्हणजे आपण सर्वनामच म्हणतो त्यांना सुद्धा, पण ती पॉझेसिव्ह म्हणजे माय, दिस इज माय कार. So my is called as the possessive adjective. It shows the ownership of that person on that thing. It is his car. It is his car. Okay. So that's why these are called as the possessive adjectives. And possessive case is somewhat different than possessive adjectives. Okay. And last case is the reflexive. When we are talking about ourselves, then or when I'm talking about myself, I have to use myself. So we have to add self after my. Okay. So myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. These are the reflexive cases. Possessive case, mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs. So these we have discussed. Also we have seen the interrogative pronouns. Whatever the words that are starting with the WH word, they are called as the interrogative pronouns. Means who, where, why, how, when, what, which, whose, whom, what kind, what time, how many, how much, how long, how often, how far, how old. These are called as the interrogative pronouns. Who, कोण, where, कोठे, why, का, how, कसा, when, केव्हा, what, काय, which, कोणते, whose, कोणाचं, whom, कोणाला, what kind, कशा प्रकारचं, what time, कुठल्या वेळेस, how many, किती जण, how much, किती अमाउंट आहे त्याला how much, how long, किती अंतरावर आहे. ओके. how often, किती फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे त्याची. ओके. किती वेळा असं आपण म्हणतो. how far म्हणजे किती डिस्टन्स किती आहे त्याच्यासाठी आपण how far वापरतो. and how old, we ask it for asking about an age. तर या प्रकारचे जे प्रोनाउन्स आहेत ते WH इंट्रोगेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन्स म्हणून आपण यूज करतो. तसंच इन द सेम मॅनर वी यूज all of these WH words or WH types of pronouns, that is interrogative pronouns, as relative pronouns also. Relative pronoun म्हणून सुद्धा आपण हेच प्रोनाउन्स काय करतो यूज करतो जे WH वर्ड्स न सुरू होतात. The difference is that we use these relative pronouns in the middle position of the sentence. In the middle position of the sentence, generally we use the relative pronouns. आपण वाक्याच्या मध्ये यूज करतो. The boy who stood behind the wall is my friend. The boy who stood behind the wall is my friend. तर जो मुलगा त्या भिंतीच्या मागे थांबलेला आहे तो माझा मित्र आहे. So here I have indicated that boy or that friend with who. Okay, so I related that friend or that boy with who. who चा यूज करून मी काय केलं तर रिलेट केलं त्या माणसाला त्या मित्राला. ओके, that's why these are called as the relative pronouns and they are as above. तर हे सगळे जे आहेत who, where, why, how, when, what, which, whose, whom, what kind, what time, how many, how much, how long, how often, how far, how old. तर हे सगळे जे आहेत ते काय येतात तर रिलेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन म्हणून सुद्धा आपण त्याचा यूज करू शकतो. But only the condition is that we have to use it in the middle position of the sentence. तर आपण ते कुठे यूज करतो तर सेंटेन्सच्या मिडल ला यूज करतो. Then we have discussed about the demonstrative pronouns. So what are the demonstrative pronouns? Tell me, demonstrative म्हणजे काय? Yes.
To detect the.
Be loud so that I can hear.
Pronouns used to detect something.
Yes, correct. So pronouns used for detecting or for demonstrating means to show. Okay, to demonstrate means what? To show. आपण जेव्हा एखाद्या वस्तूकडे जेव्हा बोट दाखवतो, ओके, तेव्हा किंवा एखाद्या व्यक्तीकडे जेव्हा आपण बोट दाखवतो तेव्हा आपण काय करतो तर डेमॉन्स्ट्रेट करतो. ओके, वी indicate something or someone. We indicate or we can say that demonstrate. आपण काय करतो तर दर्शवतो. ओके, डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटिव्ह मीन्स व्हॉट इन मराठी? दर्शक. डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन्स, दर्शक सर्वनामे. ओके, so demonstrative pronouns and adjectives, and these four demonstrative pronouns, they are used as both demonstrative pronouns also and demonstrative adjectives also. So these four demonstrative pronouns are also function as demonstrative adjectives. Adjectives म्हणून सुद्धा आपण त्याचा यूज करतो आणि डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन्स म्हणून सुद्धा त्याचा यूज करतो. When we are showing the thing which is near to us, or when we are showing the place which is near to us, or any object when we are indicating which is near to us, we indicate it with this, and that object must be singular. तो singular असेल, एक वचनी असेल तर आपण, आणि तो जर जवळ असेल, ओके, the object which is singular and near to us, we use demonstrative pronoun as this. आपण त्या ऑब्जेक्टला दर्शवण्यासाठी this हे demonstrative pronoun वापरतो. And when that object is far from us, then we use that. Okay, so for singular and which is singular object or singular thing which is near to us, we use this for showing that thing. And when that thing is far from us and that thing is singular, then we use that. Okay. Then for plural object which is near to us, we use these as demonstrative pronoun. And for plural thing which is far from us, or for plural things, there are many things which are far from us, then we use those. Okay. So for indicating pen, if I have a pen, okay, so this is my pen. Okay, this is my pen. I will show it with this. Then if that pen is far from me, okay, माझ्यापासून तो लांब आहे, फार फ्रॉम माय सेल्फ, माझ्यापासून तो थोडा लांब आहे, तर मी काय यूज करेन, तर दॅट इज माय पेन, तो माझा पेन आहे. दिस इज माय पेन, हा माझा पेन आहे. दॅट इज माय पेन, तो माझा पेन आहे. And if I have bunch of pens, okay, I have bunch of pens, माझ्याकडे भरपूर पेन आहेत, तर these are my pens, and which are, if they are near to me, then I will demonstrate it with these are my pens. And if they are far from me, then I will use those are my pens, ते माझे पेन आहेत. So this is the difference between this and these, that and those. जर एखादी वस्तू जवळ असेल आणि ती प्लुरल सिंग्युलर असेल, तर आपण काय यूज करतो, this is my laptop. ओके. इफ that thing is far from us, तो लॅपटॉप जर माझ्यापासून दूर असेल, एका टेबलवर ठेवलेला असेल, तर मी तो डेमॉन्स्ट्रेट करण्यासाठी काय वापरेल, दॅट इज माय लॅपटॉप. ओके. जर माझ्याकडे प्लुरल गोष्टी असतील किंवा मल्टिपल मध्ये असतील गोष्टी, ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल आय हॅव coins, okay, I have 5 rupees coins, so I will say that these are my 5 rupees coins. माझ्याकडचे हे 5 रुपयाचे कॉइन्स आहेत. And if those coins are far from myself, then I will use those are my coins, those are my 5 rupees coins. So this is the difference between these pronouns. Okay, demonstrative pronouns, this, that, these, those. Only 4 pronouns are there in demonstrative pronouns. Okay, हे समजलं सगळ्यांना इथपर्यंत?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ओके. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विथ द verbs. आता आपण काय बघायचंय, verbs. सो द third part of speech that we are going to discuss today is verbs. Verbs म्हणजेच काय तर क्रियापद. In Marathi we call it as क्रियापद. So let's see its information. Let's see its definition. In sentences, verbs are the words which denote a fact or reality, ownership or possession, and any action. Okay, so verbs in the sentences, verbs are the words which denote a fact or reality, ownership or possession, and action or any action. तर verbs क्रियापद म्हणजे काय, तर in the sentences, verbs are the words which shows, okay, or which denote a fact or reality. एखादी जी रियालिटी आहे, ओके, किंवा एखादी फॅक्ट आहे, ती दर्शवण्यासाठी आपण व्हर्बचा यूज करतो, किंवा ओनरशिप और पोझेशन, किंवा एखादी ओनरशिप म्हणजे आपण आपल्याकडं कशाची एखाद्या गोष्टीची मालकी असेल तर ती मालकी शो करण्यासाठी, दाखवण्यासाठी किंवा पोझेशन किंवा एखाद्या गोष्टीचा आपल्याकडं काय आहे तर ती गोष्ट आहे आपल्याकडं, ओके, त्याला म्हणतात पोझेशन, पजेस. अँड एनी ऍक्शन किंवा ऍक्शन किंवा एखादी क्रिया दर्शवण्यासाठी आपण काय करतो तर verbsचा यूज करतो. ओके, सो verbs आर द वर्ड्स which either show a fact or a reality, ownership or possession, or we use it for showing any type of action. Okay, so this is the definition of the verbs. Then yes, structure of verbs. Verbs the structure आहे. How many types of verbs are there that we are going to discuss in this slide? Okay, so the verbs, the main point is the verb. This is the third part of speech that we are going to discuss today. So verbs, so there are two types of verbs and they are, first is main
Main
verb,
verb.
Main verb.
and the second is helping verb,
Help.
supporting verb, or auxiliary verb. So these are the two types of verbs. First is called as main verb
Main.
and second one is
Helping.
helping verb,
Helping.
supporting verb,
Supporting.
or auxiliary verb.
Auxiliary verb.
We can use any of these three names for this verb. Okay, so main verb and the supporting verb, helping verb, or auxiliary verb. There are three names for the supporting verb. Okay, auxiliary verb, supporting verb, or helping verb. We can use any of these three names. So the main verbs are also divided into two parts, and they are action denoting words, action denoting verbs, and primary auxiliaries functioning as main verbs. Main verbs मध्ये सुद्धा दोन प्रकारचे verbs आहेत. Action denoting म्हणजे whatever the verbs that are denoting the action or showing the action. Okay, this is one of the type. And the primary auxiliaries means whatever the helping verbs are there, primary auxiliaries are there which are functioning as main verbs. Okay, so main verb मध्ये काय काय येतं तर action denote करणारे verbs येतात. Okay, for example go, okay, then sing, play, climb, trek, okay, then ride. Okay, whatever the verbs are there. So there are, I think, unlimited verbs are there. Okay, unlimited main verbs are there, but the helping verbs or supporting verbs, or we can call it as auxiliary verbs, they are limited in number. Okay, so that is why they are different from main verb. Main verb आणि supporting verb मध्ये काय फरक आहे तर main verbs जे आहेत ते unlimited आहेत. Whatever the main verbs are there, they are unlimited in number. We can form any type of verbs. आपण दर वर्षी भरपूर प्रकारचे जे verbs आहेत ते तयार होत असतात लँग्वेज मध्ये. ओके, बट द सपोर्टिंग verbs or auxiliary verbs or helping verbs are limited in number. They are limited in number. Am, is, are, was, were. These are the helping verbs or supporting verbs. But the action denoting words are action denoting verbs are unlimited in number. And these action denoting verbs have total 5 forms. तर action denoting verbs जे आहेत क्रियापद, मूळ क्रियापद आणि सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद. इन मराठी we call it as main verbs, मूळ क्रियापद, and helping verbs, that is सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद. In the main verbs, there are two types. Action denoting means showing the actions. Okay, showing the actions, which are showing the actions. We call it as action denoting verbs. And the action denoting verbs are having total 5 forms. Action denoting verbs चे 5 काय आहेत तर फॉर्म्स आहेत. ओके, म्हणजे V1 that is V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. Okay, किंवा V1, VP, VPP, these are the VING. Okay, these are called as the 5 forms of the main verb. Then primary auxiliaries, whatever the primary auxiliaries are there, that also function as main verbs. When primary auxiliaries come in a sentence, okay, and there is no main verb in that sentence, then primary auxiliary itself function as main verb of that sentence. जेव्हा एखाद्या वाक्यामध्ये मेन वर्ब येत नाही, आलेलं नसतं किंवा प्रेझेंट नसतं आणि त्या वाक्यामध्ये एखादं प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलरी सपोर्टिंग वर्ब आलेला असेल, ओके, आणि त्या वाक्यामध्ये जर मेन वर्ब नसेल तर प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलरी सहाय्यकारी क्रियापद जे आहे त्या वाक्यातलं तेच मेन वर्ब म्हणून कार्य करतं, फंक्शन करतं. ओके, सो प्रायमरी ऑक्झिलरीज function as main verbs in the absence of main verb. Main verb च्या absence मध्ये auxiliary verbs main verb म्हणून function करतात. Okay, and second type of verbs, that is helping or supporting or auxiliary verbs, are also having two types: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Okay, primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. These are the two types of auxiliaries. Okay, let's see main verb. Let's move towards the main verb. So main verbs in sentences, main verbs denote actions, facts or ownership. बघा, in the sentences main verbs denote actions, facts or ownership. तर वाक्यामध्ये, सेंटेन्स मध्ये मेन वर्ब हे काय म्हणून काम करतं तर फॉर डिनोटिंग ऍक्शन्स, क्रिया दर्शवण्यासाठी, फॅक्ट्स म्हणजे फॅक्ट्सला काय म्हणतात मराठीमध्ये?
विधान.
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 ओके, विधान. ओके, ठीक आहे. तर फॅक्ट्स शो करण्यासाठी विधान असेल किंवा एखाद्या एखाद्याची रियालिटी असेल किंवा खरेपणा, ओके, खरेपणा दर्शवण्यासाठी असेल. ओके, फॉर डिनोटिंग ऍक्शन्स, फॅक्ट्स और ओनरशिप, किंवा एखाद्याच्या मालकी हक्क एखाद्या गोष्टीवर सांगायचा असेल तर आपण काय वापरतो? मेन व्हर्ब्स. ओके, मेन व्हर्ब्स डिनोट ऍक्शन्स, फॅक्ट्स और ओनरशिप. मेन व्हर्ब्स काय डिनोट करतात तर ऍक्शन्स, क्रिया दर्शवतात. फॅक्ट्स म्हणजे खरी माहिती असेल ती दर्शवतात, किंवा ओनरशिप किंवा एखाद्याची मालकी. So main verb functions as or for it is used for denoting actions, facts or ownership. For example, let's see the examples of these three: actions, facts and ownership. The first example is he is a doctor. The first example is he is a doctor. Here is called as the main verb, though it is not a main verb. Okay, it is auxiliary verb, primary auxiliary verb, but as it came alone in the sentence, ते एकटच आले वाक्यामध्ये, and it is not followed by the main verb. या वाक्यामध्ये main verb नाही आलेलं. That's why is functions as main verb in this sentence. तर is हे काय म्हणून कार्य करतं, तर या वाक्यात is हे मेन वर्ब म्हणून काम करतं. And also it shows the fact and or reality. He is a doctor. तो काय आहे तर डॉक्टर आहे. This shows the fact. It is the fact that he is a doctor. तो डॉक्टर आहे. Okay. Or it is the reality. कारण तो डॉक्टरच आहे. Okay. So that's why for showing the fact or reality, we use main verbs. Okay. Then second one is we have some books. The second one is we have some books. So here have is called as the auxiliary verbs. Okay. Have is called as the auxiliary verb, but as it came alone in a sentence and there is no main verb which can be found in this sentence, that's why have functions as main verb of the sentence. Have हे काय करतं तर या वाक्यामध्ये main verb म्हणून काय करतं function करतं. Okay, so we have some books, and also it shows the ownership. Okay, have also shows the ownership. म्हणजे काय दर्शवतं, मालकी दर्शवतं. We have some books. आमच्याकडे काय आहेत तर काही बुक्स आहेत, आमच्याकडे काही पुस्तकं आहेत. ओके, that's why we are using main verbs either to show or denote actions, to show facts or denote facts, or to show or denote the ownership. Okay, so this is the second sentence. And the third one is they solve problems. They solve problems. So in this sentence, solve is the word which shows action. Yes, it shows the action. They solve problem. त्यांनी काय सोडवले तर समस्या सोडवल्या किंवा त्यांनी प्रश्न सोडवले, मॅथमॅटिक्सचे प्रॉब्लेम सोडवले. ओके, सो सॉल्व इज द वर्ड which shows the action. Okay, solve सोडवणे किंवा गृहपाठ करणं, नाही गृहपाठ नाही म्हणू शकत आपण, सॉल्व म्हणजे सोडवणे. येस, तर they solve problems. So solve is the word which denote action in this sentence, and that's why it functions as the main verb in the sentence. So both of these all of these three sentences are there in which the verbs, though they are auxiliary verbs or main verb, these are the verbs which either function as fact or reality, or denote fact or reality, or ownership or action. Okay, so verbs are the words which shows action, fact or reality, or ownership. Okay, so this is about the main verbs. Is it understood? हे समजला? हा
Yes,
चार्ट
sir.
समजला?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ओके, हा लिहून घेताय का तुम्ही वहीमध्ये वर्ब्सचं?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
2 मिनिटात
Sir.
लिहून घेतलंय?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक आहे. ओके, देन इट्स 3:57. 3:57 झालेत. ओके, we will take the attendance and then I will leave this class. Okay, I have to take the attendance first. Today I have time, so I will take it by calling the roll numbers. Okay, Roll number 1,
Present, sir.
2,
Present, sir.
3,
Present, sir.
4,
Present, sir.
5. Roll number 5, 6,
Present, sir.
7,
Present, sir.
8. Roll number 8. Roll number 9,
Present, sir.
10,
Present, sir.
11,
Present, sir.
12,
Yes, sir.
13. Roll number 13, 14,
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
16, 17. Roll number 17, 18. Roll number 18, शुभम गाजरे. ऐकू येते का? शुभम गाजरे रिप्लाय नाही दिला तर मग अटेंडन्स लावणार नाही. 19,
Yes, sir.
20. Roll number 20, 21. Roll number 21, 22.
21 present.
Okay, 22, 23,
Present, sir.
24,
Present, sir.
25,
Sir.
26,
Present, sir.
27,
Present, sir.
28,
Present, sir.
29,
Present, sir.
30,
Present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32,
Yes, sir.
33,
Present, sir.
34,
Yes, sir.
35,
Present, sir.
36,
हॅलो सर, त्याचा माइक ऑफ.
okay, 37. Roll number 37,
Yes, sir.
38,
Present, sir.
39,
Present, sir.
40. Roll number 40, 41,
Present, sir.
42. Roll number 42, 43. Roll number 43, ऐश्वर्या पाटील.
सब प्रेझेंट आहे तिनं, तिला माइक ऑफ होत नाही.
44,
प्रेझेंट, सर.
45, 45%, 46,
सर प्रेझेंट आहे, तिचा माइक ऑन होत नाही.
47,
प्रेझेंट, सर.
48. Roll number 48, 49,
प्रेझेंट, सर.
50.
सर ती लेक्चर मध्ये होती, नेटवर्क गेले तिचं. वेटिंगला आहे सध्या ती.
हा?
वेटिंगला आहे, तिने रिजॉईन ट्राय करत होती.
एक
इन
मिनिट,
केलं नाही
जॉईन करतो मी. कुठे आहेत ते? वेटिंग रूम मध्ये. ठीक आहे. Okay. 51,
येस सर.
52,
प्रेझेंट सर.
53. Roll number 53, 54,
Present.
55,
Present, sir.
56. Roll number 56. 57,
Present, sir.
58,
Present, sir.
59. Roll number 59. 60. Roll number 60. 61.
Yes, sir.
62. Roll number 62. Absent. ओके, कोणी प्रेझेंटी द्यायचं राहिलंय का?
सर रोल नंबर 8.
रोल नंबर 8.
येस.
ठीक आहे, अजून
सर रोल नंबर 22 पण प्रेझेंट होती पण तिचं नेटवर्क गेलंय.
रोल नंबर 22.
हॅलो सर.
रोल नंबर 30, सर. रेंज नाही त्याला.
13.
रोल नंबर
13.
30.
13.
13. ओके, ठीक आहे,
सर
अजून
360.
60.
हो सर, रेंज नाही त्याला.
ओके, रोल नंबर 60.
सर 18.
हम्म?
18.
रोल नंबर 18. ओके ओके, ठीक आहे. ऑल ऑफ यू हॅव यू गिवन द अटेंडन्स? ओके,
येस.
सो तर उद्या युनिट टेस्ट असणार आहे आपली. ओके, त्याची लिंक तुम्हाला तुमचं लेक्चर झाल्यानंतर मला वाटतंय 4:30च्या पुढं शेअर केली जाईल. 4:30 ते 5च्या पुढं. ओके, युनिट टेस्ट
येस.
हे आपण जेवढं सिलेबस कव्हर केलंय, जसं की आर्टिकल्स, देन आफ्टर दॅट नाउन्स, प्रोनाउन्स अँड इट्स टाइप्स, एवढ्यावरच आपली युनिट टेस्ट असणार आहे. ओके, सो प्लीज whatever the notes that I have shared with you, okay, unit first च्या नोट्स आहेत, त्यातलं आर्टिकल्स, नाउन्स, प्रोनाउन्स आणि अँड इट्स टाइप्स, त्याचे जे टाइप्स आहेत ते सगळं व्यवस्थितपणे आज रात्री झोपायच्या आधी वाचून काढा. ओके, अँड लुक ॲट द एक्सरसाइज. एक्सरसाइज जो आपण सोडवला काल, तो खूप महत्वाचा आहे. तो एकदा तुम्ही व्यवस्थित बघून घ्या. ओके, सो दॅट इज द सजेशन फ्रॉम माय साइड. ओके, सो शॅल वी स्टॉप हिअर? थांबायचं?
Yes, sir.
येस.
थँक यू फॉर जॉईनिंग.